Well, I opened in 1985, and I did so with $300. I've been here for 27 years now. Before, it was called Memphis Speed Shop, a business my father started about 1963. My mother tells me that she used to keep me in a baby bed in the back, so I actually was pretty much raised in this building.
It started out there where his dad or someone owned part of like an auto store shop, and he had one side and it was building up, and then he just kept going with it. Ron was a skater, but Ron wasn't like a, skater dog, crazy. He just liked it, and he was a good cruiser.
I skateboarded as early as 7 years old, and I got my first drum set when I was 6. So it's pretty much hand in hand.
I really respect and admire the fact that it's still there. His number is, I still know it by heart, it's 901-744-1312.
We would have to get the parents to drive us up there. We just want to hang out there as long as we could possibly make our parents want to hang around a skateboard store,
Yeah, I've been going there for like, God, 20 years or something,
Do you still skate?
Yeah, I just got off crutches. Yeah, broke my foot skateboarding a couple months ago.
Besides buying skateboards and hanging out with Ron and finding out where the local ramps were and all of that, they had a huge music selection. That's where we discovered the music that we were playing.
I bought a lot of my original albums from him. I remember buying like the early First Press, Misfits, and Sam Hain albums.
My first job was at Cheapskates. He paid me under minimum wage, Ron. That's illegal.
Jonathan Picard told me that I paid him under the table. I don't recall anything, but he wasn't on the payroll.
He paid me under minimum wage to come in after school and to build skateboards for him, and that's paradise for me.
Good thing about the Snakes is when we had Snakes, we never had anybody try to break in because we were the crazy white people with the Snakes. Mark Aiken from the Subteens once wrote me a letter saying that he wouldn't be playing rock and roll today if it weren't for Cheapskates. The Psychic Plowboys used to have rehearsal in here. Mark lived in the neighborhood and would ride his bicycle up here and listen to us. And then during the daytime, he'd come in here, my drums would be set up and skateboards. He thought, this is so cool. I need to learn how to play rock and roll. Paul Taylor used to come in here, Cody and Luther Dickinson, Jim Duckworth used to come in here and buy records. Aaron Broughton, that played for Sobering Consequences, came in. Ceylon Mooney, just a whole bunch. Steve Selvage used to come in here. Steve was a neat kid.
The idea of being in a band like Motley Crue that was on MTV was just like, well, that would take forever, because I'm just a kid trying to play guitar. So then I kind of got into skateboarding, and then from skateboarding, it was a natural thing of getting into hardcore. This is, I don't know, 85, 86, and there's just all of a sudden, there's this whole scene at the Antenna Club.
I was just selling stuff that I love to sell. And I guess that was just a result of what I was doing. I wasn't thinking what impact I had on Memphis music or anything. I like punk rock, I like skateboards. And I was doing what I loved. And that was basically the extent of it. I'm finding out now that, yeah, I had some influences. Jay Retard used to come in here too. He lived over on Eccles. Been here 27 years. I enjoy my job. I come to work at noon, dressed like this, listen to rock and roll. Sometimes we have band rehearsal in here. I've met so many professional skateboarders. I've met celebrities and people literally from around the world. So it's a sweet gig. What kills me is these people come in just drenched in patchouli. Didn't you see the sign? Oh, I thought it was a joke, man. Nope. Yeah, that no smoking's a frickin' scream too. You gotta go.